Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Sunday here at the Fort Collins Contender eSports Arena. My name is Graf the Giraffe. I'm here with my beautiful and lovely co-caster, the Gaming Chef. How are you feeling about this Sunday? And let's talk about what kind of happened yesterday in pool play.
Yeah, man, I am feeling good. So much talent out there. Every LAN event, the players just keep getting better. They're building that experience, getting them chips. Oh, man, it is so good. Let's talk about what was going on yesterday. What's leading up to the events today? So we got Pulsive Gaming and Acrylic X Last Hurrah, fully undefeated, did not lose a match. Good on them. And ATK and Newlook X Onyx both only lost one match. We got Infinite eSports and BeavR X Newlook only lost 2. And then we got Vintage and Cerebrus X BeavR lost 3. And then Grimace's Gremlins and Ozone eSports only won 1 match, and eliminated, not here today, will be Zareth Simps and Papas, completely defeated. So the best players remain. Only 2 teams went home, so a lot of games to go through. What are some key moments from yesterday, Graf?
So just some key moments on a team that made it to Sunday. It was the Grimace Gremlins. They were waiting in the wings, and there was only one series all day in pool play that went to a MWII, and it was the last one to end it out. It was Cerberus going up against the side of Papas. And if Papas beat Cerberus in a 3-2, they would have eliminated the Grimace Gremlins and completely put them out, making sure that they didn't secure a ticket to Championship Sunday. But guess what? Cerberus, that goes to MWII, and they get a clean 6-0 in the search. And so that allows the side of Grimace to stay here in the losers bracket. So good on them. Grimace, I think they were counting their lucky stars. But as far as teams and some highlights, the last series that we got to cast of the day was definitely a doozy. It was the side of Acrylic and Newlook. Onyx, Acrylic, they got bodied. Map 1, 250 to 121. Map 2, it goes to a round 11. Acrylic clutch up. They tie it. They smoke them in the control in a 3-0. And then map 4, where you thought it was just going to be a close one, Acrylic, they said, hey, we got bodied map 1. We're going to one-up you and score 250 to 114. It was at one point, Chef, a 170, I believe a 160 to 11 scoreline in that map 4 against Newlook, potentially one of the top contenders here at the LAN today.
That is some serious stats that you want to have in your back pocket for today. 100%. You want to be out there. You want to know exactly what it is that is the weaknesses in your opponents. You want to be able to pick at them when it's necessary. You know, maybe they don't know that you figured out some things, and you can bring those out, bring out those little hidden gems you got in your pocket for those times when you need them most as this tournament progresses. But we're at the point now where there's a losers bracket, and then you're out. There's going to be, that one team that gets all the way to the finals that only had to play like 4 matches, and they're just resting there the whole day. But the losers team that works their way up, oh man, do they have quite the journey, as they always do. And then I believe we're doing a losers win reset, right, on the finals. Is that correct?
Yeah, so if the losers tier, the team that goes through losers and they go to grands and they get the first series, they would have to get a bracket reset and play them in another best of 5. And let's actually kind of break down what it is looking at this bracket that everybody sees on their screen, as we are going to be kicking it off with Newlook Gaming Onyx going up against BeavR X Newlook. So congratulations to Newlook. Both of your teams have made it in the winners final. Unfortunately, one will have to go down to the losers here early on. But of course, you can kind of take a look. really, this is kind of cut and dry, I think, for most of the winners. I do think Pulsive is going to beat Cerberus in a 3-0. I do think Acrylic is going to take Vintage. Unfortunately, we have not been able to get them on stream. They are going to get them in a 3-0. And these are the two series. It is ATK and Infinity Esports. It's a grudge match between Vader and Flippin'. That could be a series that goes all the way to Mat 5 and determines how they are going to finish out the day. I do feel like Group A, no offense, I feel like a few of the teams that made it through were, I don't like throwing this word around, but frauds in some way, because that bracket, I'll say it, Pool A was not that good besides one or two teams. The rest were kind of like, they're okay. ATK and Pulsive were clearly, Pulsive, I know, is considered one of the best teams at this LAN, but ATK, I think they just hit fire in pools. I just don't see that happening today in the winners round. Infinite Esports, they have a big question mark. They had some good maps, and I'm not sure if you heard what happened, Chef. That was the biggest thing on stream that was caught. Infinite Esports going up against Newlook. Map 2, they were up 5-0 in Search and Destroy, and they got full sailed. They got 6-5. They lost 6 rounds in a row, Chef. You will never see that on a LAN almost ever. And as a caster, I was watching from the sidelines, but that is every caster's dream. And I was so glad that Big Rich, it was his debut, and he got to cast a full sail at his first LAN event. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, good on him. A lot of great talent in the casting booth as well yesterday. Comica, Big Rich, I believe they'll both be with us here today. As well, give us some relievement. And let's talk about the game we're about to get into. The chat is definitely excited to see it and hear about it. So let's meet some of these players here. Bring that up on screen for you. We have here Newlook x Onyx is going to be Killrook, Solar, Morph, and Derek. And Graf, you already know I'm a huge Morph fan. Let's hear about some more of these players. What's some history between them?
So Killrook, the last time he was here, he got to the grand finals. They ended up losing in a 3-0 or 3-1. It was close. But granted, they had to reverse sweep the side of Infinite last time, but his roster is significantly better. The only question that I have for Newlook / Onyx is that a lot of these players are so individually talented, but they have these moments where they go rogue. They're not a fundamentally sound team, I don't think, as some of these other squads. They have a lot of talent and they have pop-off potential. It's just a matter of getting their teamwork under control, because we saw it at the end of the day. They kind of spiraled out of control once the team, I believe it was Acrylic, kind of showed them how it was done in Map 4. But let's talk about the side of BeavR Newlook. They are defending champs at the Fort Collins Contender. Chef, what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, so Aggroh, Koi, Allu, Cosmic, we seen him yesterday to start off our Group A pool play. Just absolutely astonishing players. And, pretty much what you just said about the other team here, individually very talented, but they have the history together. They got the chips together, so they have the teamwork. These guys are out there. They know exactly what to do, where to be, who to kill, who to watch, where to go. Just the communication. I know we haven't had many listen-ins, but I already know it's top tier. I was there in person with them. I see them out there. They're sweating, getting it done, getting the job done right. And, they're chill vibes right after. Super cool team, super cool players, well-deserving of the chips they have. And, well deserving to do extremely well in this tournament tonight. And I think that they're going to go pretty far.
Whew, I couldn't agree with you more, but everybody is loaded on up. So let's get this Map 1 underway. But I like how you pointed out all these two teams. It's actually Koi. He's looking for his 4th chip in a row at this venue. Aggroh's looking for his 3rd. Allu's looking for his 2nd. And then Cosmic is looking for his 1st. And the thing I do want to point out about BeavR yesterday is they realistically, or how time has shown, they're not the best performers during pool. That's where they get their mistakes out early. But when Sunday comes around, this team performs at a tier that you will only see top challengers compete at. and they can absolutely upset, I think, this series, which a lot of people, I would say, is expecting Newlook excuse me, Onyx to be able to probably take this one. But wait no further, Chef. Championship Sunday is here. BeavR's versus Newlook. Who are you taking?
I think this first game here is going to go towards the BeavRs. They had more rest as well. Let's not forget, this is LAN, this is IRL. Ooh. They are there doing it. They were Pool A, so they had a lot of extra time up until this match today. And Newlook Onyx, they're playing pretty late into the night. You know, gamers are more of a night kind of people, so that might not be much of an effect. But I think a little bit of a LAN environment might give the BeavRs the upper edge.
And I love how you pointed that out. I think we're very thankful that the LAN yesterday ended at around 1 a.m. That's very good, I would say, considering for pool play and how many teams we had in best of 5.
I agree.
So great job for everybody, and not to mention the staff getting that one done. But currently, who's getting it done is the side of Newlook. They're on the rotation. Koy takes down Derek the GOAT. And I know everybody has been so hyped about this young 17-year-old and what he can do once he turns 18 in the challenger scene. And a lot of players, they have commended his mental fortitude and how good of a gunny and how smart he is. So there's a lot of people cheering for this guy, and I absolutely will as well. When being a young gamer, it's a very difficult scene with how talented, and he truly stands out from the rest.
Yeah, I want to mention two opposite players right now, looking at Morph and Cosmic. Cosmic, the last time I saw him start a series, he was very rough on the first map and continued to evolve and better his stat line throughout the series. And it looks like he's trying to mimic that same thing off that first hill. Morph, 7-1, a full minute already. And we're only on the second hill. Like, what is going on here? About to pop off. Oh my gosh. The whole team, though, of the BeavRs is set up. Can they full 60 it right back? It's going to be very interesting as we get over to the kitchen. No one from Newlook Onyx is over there. This is looking pretty free here, Graf.
And that's tough. That was a good angle from Koy, but Morph, he perfectly saw him. Allu starting to tear it on up, but it really comes down to how you pointed out, Cosmic. He, I think, started on a Fortress hardpoint. I think it was like 9-27 after the first set or set and a half. So you really need him to find his groove, and currently he's 2-6, so he needs to find a few more kills. But here, everybody flies on in, and the kills, they are going the way of the side of Newlook, and that is all 4 down. The break is in. The kitchen is up in flames because there is no head chef for the side of BeavRs.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. Pretty much just playing it for scraps at this point, and BeavR's Newlook is ready on the next hill, but it's starting to fall apart into a few pieces. Killrook, Solar has to find something here. Solar can't get it done, and Killrook fall. That's going to give BeavR's Newlook the upper hand in this next one, but no one was pushed out to garage, so that's going to spawn him there. Look at that spawn in the back. Killrook is right there. They're ready to pinch him now. BeavR's Newlook did not have these spawns set up at all. We're just worried about catching the points, and that might be where they fall down.
And I thought Koy was about to catch that player, and he kind of knew that there was somebody in between the spawn from where he was right outside of Jewelers. But Cosmic getting it done, finding a few kills, but that is 3 members. It is short-lived. And when Morph comes in on Sunday, he is something else. He's a spectacle to watch in the respawns, but when he pulls out the sniper, it's truly something special when Search and Destroy comes around. But still, Newlook, this is what you've been waiting to see out of them, is how can they get it done as a team? You see one player popping up, but if they are not, that's the biggest question mark, is if they are not if they're not slaying out as much as they are, these games are going to be relatively close.
Yeah, and again, Morph, 13-3, minute and a half already, and he's on the next hill. Restaurant, one of the hardest ones to hold. They're completely surrounded. See what they can get done here. Cosmic up in the top, trying to get a little bit positive here, able to catch 2, and before he gets taken out, but they're going to answer that right back with 2, as all of Newlook Onyx is still on this hill. Pretty much double the scoreline over the BeavRs. Very frantic over here, but Newlook's still looking to hold this one off. Killrook peeking up, look for 1-2. Cosmic finds him, and he gets traded out. Aggroh, the last one over there, they get completely fooled out, and it's off to the next hill.
And the biggest thing that the Beavers had in a change is their overall play style. Because Allu, the last time we saw him on land, he was the best submachine gun in the entire tournament. And now he has to switch because they picked up Cosmic, who is a submachine gun. And he's now having to run the AR. Granted, he's 12 and 12, but I was talking to him, and he doesn't feel comfortable in that position. He just wants to get aggressive. He's always that player that finds the routes, but when you have an AR, you're just not necessarily able to do that. And even watching Cosmic's play style, he plays more like an aggressive AR. So I think they really just say they need to tell Cosmic, hey, you're going to be our anchor, or you're going to be an aggressive AR, and I think you need to make a switch here and have Allu on that submachine gun, because right now, just Cosmic on the sub, there's clearly a little bit of miscommunication in the comms, and it just feels like the timing is off for this team.
Yeah, you need those mid-round adjustments. It's fine, you know, if you practice that way and that's what you're set up and ready for, but if you're not performing in the moment, just takes a press of the start button to switch that class. You know, you got to change it up if it's just not working in your favor. Look at this, 205 to 85. You need to change a whole lot up. We got Allu with just 2 seconds on the hill. Cosmic 7 and 12. You know, the stat lines for that team not looking too hot. And over here on Newlook, everyone positive. Derek on a 7 streak, already in the pocket. Almost everyone over a minute in the hill. Newlook Onyx definitely coming out hot in this first one as we get back to the first hill on a new set of rotations.
And again, this is just typical BeavR. We see them time and time again have slow starts to series, and maybe even in Sunday. This would not be a surprise to me if they, I mean, they're getting bodied right now clearly in this map 1, the way that Newlook is putting down the line. Not to mention, my goodness, Derek the GOAT, 20 and 11, one of the best under 18-year-old players probably in the Call of Duty scene. Him, Sovereign, and Ares, once they all turn 18, they're gonna absolutely dominate the challengers spots. But look at the kill feed starting to light up a little bit for the Beavers. Still, no hill time going their way, and they're on the verge of getting a 100-point club here, Chef, in this map 1. You do not want to have that happen on the first series of the day.
No, you do not want to be a 100-point club. I mean, it's a 150-plus point club at this point. Derek, though, getting doubles, getting triples, absolute insanity now past Morph's great stat line. Another double as I say it. Derek, absolutely incredible, on top of 48 seconds on the hill, which is nothing to scoff at either. Which, I mean, looking at Beaver's Newlook, they are getting a little bit of action now, probably just because Newlook Onyx is looking to kind of study the play style, see who's playing what, who's going to be where, as we head off to Embassy on the next hill. Unless Beaver's Newlook can get over 120 points in a row against this Onyx team.
And this is going to be so difficult. Aggroh, that's a big 1v1, and he has one more to beat, and Solar gets him, but the trades are in 15 seconds. You can't allow this time. You still have to contest it, and guess what? Koy knows he has to go, and he might have been the last line of defense, number 3. I don't think they can win it here, but Allu knows he just has to contest it, and he does for a second. But there's nobody on the rotation except for Aggroh. He has to go big. He loses the gunfight, and that is all she wrote. And guess what? It's Newlook taking the map 1, or Newlook Onyx in particular, taking down the defending champs map 1, 250 to 126. What did you see there, Chef?
Oh, man, guy. Doubled up on the score, not where you want to be starting out. Beavers, they were just, no one was really standing out, honestly. Like I didn't see these chip holders playing like them. They were just playing like this was a little scrim match, and I think Beavers were taking it pretty seriously, as they should, as this tournament starts out, because this winners bracket, when you're up here, you know, if you work hard, you're gonna get to that 4 matches, and you're gonna be resting at the grand finals, waiting for this losers bracket to finish up. You're gonna have so much time to rest. You can have lunch and dinner and still be waiting. So you put in the work now, and you can rest later and get ready for that grand finals.
I love that you mentioned that too, because I remember Beavers, they ended up going all the way through winners finals, and they waited, I think, 6 hours until grands. And guess what? They went home, like you said, they got food, and I think I saw Aggroh, who was actually just slumped over in one of the chairs sleeping.
Yeah, he was sleeping.
They had an entirely, they went till 3 a.m. pool plays last time around, so Thankfully, it got done 2 hours earlier. Probably could have got done a little bit faster, but unfortunately, we as the casters were the delayers. I can't believe to say that, but hey, it happens. We're not perfect. Nobody is, and neither is a tournament, but we try to make it as smooth as possible for the players, and we want to keep everybody's momentum going because we've seen tournaments with 32 teams where teams have to wait 3 hours to play one round of Call of Duty, and it's just ridiculous. They don't get warm-up time, and we don't allow that to happen here. We want to make sure everybody gets enough warm-up time, have a good time, especially at the venue. So again, the staff, they are so accommodating here at the Contender in Fort Collins, so make sure you guys give them a big shout out. But Chef, let's talk about this map 2 coming on up. Both of these two teams, they are familiar with it. It's going to be MSC Search, and what do you see the side of BeavR's having to do to try to take this one to Newlook?
Well, BeavR's, they have a lot of aggressive talent. I think, obviously Aggroh getting in there, a lot of good routes can be ran, get in those buildings, clear them out. They're going to have to get Morph. He's a sniper that you do not want to mess with. It's beating a dead horse saying how great he is, but, you got to be able to run those plays, have them already practiced in the playbook. How do we counter snipe? Are we pulling a sniper? And I don't really see them doing that. What I can see them doing is getting them routes ran, clearing them out from behind, and make sure it's not a fair fight. Get that sniper out of there. Start the game 4-3 every round.
And the best thing about Morph is he changes up his position, and that's typically like how a sniper should be. He's never in the same spot for a long period of time. And if he is, it's just one round, and then he changes it up. So I don't know if I see a sniper coming out, and typically it is Aggroh, but I would not expect him. Allow that submachine gun to roam, because when it comes to Sunday, he might be one of the best subs in the game. He always performs well. And so I'm curious, what is he bringing out here early? And, ooh, they're bringing out the little cheeky nade spots right here. Aggroh, he hears one in the middle. Will Derek go out for the challenge? And, oh, what happens? It's a first blood for Morph.
Of course, Morph. We've seen it yesterday as well from these snipers out here. Don't pull it out unless you got that hair trigger. The second you see skin, you pull it. Look at Derek just laying down the lead, not letting off. Very aggressive there. Aggroh's out of here. Killrook finding his kill. That leaves Cosmic. Now, Cosmic, we've seen a little bit of a slow, lackluster performance on that first round. But as I seen him in his last series he played, he's very... he's not linear in how his performance is. He'll get better and better and better as the rounds progress, so maybe this is where it gets stepped up.
And, Morph got a bad... Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God, I thought he had a bad time, but guess what? He jumps right into the scope. Again, Newlook, Morph with the snipe. He was missing, I would say, a few shots yesterday, but today, he is 2 for 2. You can't shut that man down, and what do? Do you avoid him? It doesn't matter, because you have Derek, you have the rest of the squad in Killrook and Solar, who are just always roaming, and that's going to be the most difficult thing. So I'm curious what they're going to do here. Will they pull out a counter snipe, Chef? I don't think that they will.
No, I think you just find out where the shots are coming from, avoid that line, and run the route to the other side. Like the way Morph is looking right now, there's just one player out there and he's down, so Morph's pretty much all right. I just gotta peek that window. That's crazy. Calls must have came in. I did not expect that from the low end down up to the window. They had to have called that perfectly. Look at this.
And again,
oh my gosh.
This is tough. This is tough to see right now, because it just feels like this is going to be an easy one for Newlook. Right now, it's clear. They are locked in. The BeavR's. They need to find something. They need to build that dam as strong as they can to stop the flood, which is Onyx coming through. Morph is 3-0 to start. And you're looking at number 2, Derek, to find something. And the first bullet,
missed shot.
And well, Allu, I do not like this challenge. Not one bit, but he actually backs him down. Doesn't have any help, and still pressure coming on in, mostly through middle. Aggroh is tweaking. He's trying to find one open player, and Koy this time will grab the first blood. So BeavR's getting a new signs of life here. As long as they're not getting blooded by Morph, I think they find themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, you know, Morph missed 2 shots, so you know that he's not feeling it much anymore, and that could have been BeavR's struck of luck that they were looking for. They're like, all right, we just have to knock it sniped and we're in it. There we go. SMG pushes the sniper. It's exactly what we got to do. Run the routes, get right up in his face, win those fights. That's how you're going to take these rounds. It's the first player besides Koi to find a kill. Oof, did not check his doorway and just ran in there. Derek was waiting for it. Now we are 2-2 as Solar tries to get something done for his team here. Derek with the bomb has to try and plant this. I think he's trying to decide where he's going. Cosmic right there off to the side. Get some shots through the door. Here comes the push when he's already weak. Cosmic won that exactly as he should have. There's the trade. 8 seconds left. I don't think this bomb's going down. They're going to have to fight each other unless Allu's just going to hide. Beautiful call. Oh, there he is. Ran right past. Good job.
I think he was laying down in a little corner where he wouldn't have been able to see him unless if he was somehow, you know, at an extended high angle. But good stuff from Allu. He's a phenomenal search and destroy player. Just stays alive, doesn't need to challenge. He just played the clock, and that's what a lot of teams or a lot of players need to do. When it comes down to 10, 15 seconds, do you decide to maybe peek a bomb and get picked off, or a lot of team players do the 50-50. They allow that plant to go down. They take their time and just really play for that 1v1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes they just don't get the bomb down in time, and 1 out of every 10 rounds, I'd say that happens. You get a free one, and you just got to play for that sometimes. Morph missing another one. Yikes. Re-peeked him, went off to the other side. He's so weak, too, but Koi could not finish it up. Morph going to try and heal up and get out of there. Trophy system put in work. Solar down, Allu down. We're 3 up, both sides. BeavR got that sign of life on that last round, but now they are on the offense. And the bomb is over towards B, and that's every single player from Newlook Onyx. It's not going to be easy for him to rotate. They're going to have to push in, get around from behind, because that bomb is stranded.
And it could really be up to Cosmic finding an opening. Oh, he gets the timing on a Killrook, but his dead silence, it's running out. Oh, and he might catch him still. I'm not sure if Killrook's going to be ready for this. This is a beautiful play by Cosmic. He should find it for free. Yes, he does.
There we go.
Oh, and he gets the read on the Morph, but oh, he looks away. And Morph gets a free snipe. Oh, that's tough, but that opens up the B bomb site, and that's what it caused the side of Newlook to look towards the middle. Didn't have sights over B, and now it's really just 1v1s on either sides, and Koi versus Derek. AR versus submachine gun. This is difficult. Morph's giving him all the information.
Yeah, this is pretty much what you want it to come down to. Your 1v1s. Sniper coming through, trying to trade off. He's seeing where this other player is. He sure one's there. Derek gonna win his fight. Down to just Aggroh. Needs to play this bomb. 17 health. Looking to get away from it. That bomb's getting defused. Door gonna get blown open. Eric is doing an amazing job watching it, but that bomb is out of here. Newlook Onyx, the teamwork. Top tier, 10 out of 10. Great work, Derek, and the rest of the team. That's how you do it.
Whew. And that's the way you look over your squad. And either way, I think Aggroh, he might have been able to find Morph. He was allowing those shots to come through, and so I think he was just kind of waiting off of Koi. Morph, again, just a difficult situation. Do you decide to go out and challenge him? But Aggroh wanted to stay quiet, and guess what? It did not pay off. Cosmic gets one, not able to find another Morph with the snipe. And quickly, it's another round, and oh, Aggroh, he gets gun. Koi is there, but it's a 1v2 and does not have dead silence to work with.
And Morph already caught a snipe this round, so he's done his job, looking for some more work. Derek ran up, got his kill. Now he knows where the other players get stunned out. Morph probably watching this doorway. Koi gonna peek out of it. Oh, he missed.
Oh,
Pistol, no, zero.
No.
3 hits, okay. Wow, he missed so many pistol shots. I know as a sniper, once you miss, like your mind starts racing. You're like, all right, now what do I do? Do I follow it up? Do I get the pistol? Do I hide? Derek, though, he ain't worried about it. He didn't add the GOAT at the end. Call of Duty did that for him because he is going crazy out there.
Whew. The GOAT, 7-2. Koi, I mean, that was a little scary. I thought once Morph missed that first shot, that Koi was just gonna burn him off the map, and that would have gotten it really, really spicy, like eating a habanero pepper just straight up and not giving a care in the world and not having milk to back it up as well. But Beavers, they need to find something. They just have not had that explosiveness that we have seen them before, and I think it really comes down to the team chemistry and where Allu is playing an AR when he shouldn't be. Another first blood for Newlook.
Yeah, that bomb should have went down. You've seen all 4 players, Newlook, Onyx, all went the exact same way. I think they went for a full team deep flank, and they shot all the way across the map and took that bomb carrier down. Beavers, they came out just as fast as Newlook came out, but Beavers just stopped in the middle of the map, and now they're just getting picked apart. 2v1. Cosmic has to get this one done now. 4-1 for rounds. Man, Beavers got to pick this back up. It's not good.
And they need to find a sniper. Guess what? They're buddy, and ooh, he gets spotted across, and oh man. Oh, does he peek him? Does he peek? Oh, it's just bad timing for Cosmic, and he's going to challenge out Solo. I just don't think he knows he has a sniper. And did he not see him? Chef, I don't think he's...
I don't think he did. His cursor was in that direction like he's watching it, but his eyes weren't open. 5-1.
And just such an easy round. And yeah, I thought Cosmic saw Solar while he crossed in front of that window. One more round, and we were thinking that the side of the Beavers were going to have a good championship Sunday. Yet, maybe it's just, again, a warm-up series for them. But still, It just doesn't feel like this is the team we have seen for the past 3 lands. They don't have the energy. They're not getting any momentum. They need somebody just to have a pop-off moment, to have a small source of victory right now, because they're playing so spread out. Cosmic's by himself, and again, they try to push 2 middle, and the kills go towards Onyx.
Yeah, their plays just aren't connecting. They're not working. I don't know what the end goal of them is. I assume it's to at least win the round, and that ain't happening. They got to redo everything here. If they get down to that losers bracket, their captain got to sit them down, whoever that's going to be throughout the 4 of them. Just be like, hey guys, we got in the chip before. What's going wrong? What needs to change here? And I mean, a lot of things got to change here. It's not that they're missing their shots. They're missing players. They're missing routes. They're missing open bomb sites. They're just missing a lot.
It's tough. It's tough for them for sure, but commend the side of Onyx because they have been looking great. This is what we've wanted to see out of them. The teamwork is clearly there, and the baits are hilarious. I know a lot of people are just like, they're baiting my boy Killrook, but he's okay with that. He doesn't mind doing the dirty work, and that's what he has done for a lot of his career. He does have those moments. I just remember it was round 10 against Infinite Esports last LAN. He has one of the nastiest 3 pieces. He just dismantled that squad, and they completed a reverse sweep, so you can never count his team off. He went God mode in response. He dropped 40 in a hard point. He dropped 30 in a control. It was just simply, he's a spectacle to watch at certain moments, but when you have players like Derek the GOAT, you have Morph, you have Solar, they're so slay heavy, he's like, you know what, I'll play that slow sub, I'll play that slow AR, I don't need to do a whole bunch because these guys, they have the talent around me that makes my job so much easier. He's that calming voice on the squad, I think, for a lot of the time, but not to mention Derek has also just improved a lot, I think, when it comes to his communication. But let's talk about this map 3 coming up. It's going to be Hotel. This is a difficult game, I think, for the side of Beavers, coming into one where this is just a square up map. It's going to be a difficult one to see.
Yeah, starting out 250, 126, you got doubled up on scores, 6-1. Oh man, on S&D. Off to Control, they're looking for the reverse sweep to stay in this winner's bracket, and I think almost every time these players have hit the chip with BeavR, they stuck with the winner's bracket off to the grand finals. They almost always get a rest, and they're gonna have to work for it through this one. So, man, it's tough for them. It's tough. They gotta redo all these strats because they just ain't it. Maybe Embassy, that's just not their map. We got Hotel here. Fortress is up next. We all know that Aggroh loves himself some Fortress. El Asilo, they are also pretty fair at. So it's interesting to see if they can fight through this Hotel. I mean, the stats haven't been there. The players just haven't been turned up. I don't know what's going on with them. Someone run them some G Fuel and get that energy back in that team so they could get out there slaying like we know they can.
Yeah, they absolutely do. They need something clearly to change in their gameplay, and it's got to start with the map 3. And this is a team that I haven't seen them complete a reverse sweep because they haven't needed to. They're usually in the lead, or they're down, you know, 1-1, 2-1, whatever the case is. I've never seen them down in an 0-2 situation. So this is something that's new to this BeavR roster, and I know if they don't come out and they get 3-0'd like this, Aggroh and Koi, they are going to be furious, not to mention Allu. You just got to let Allu take over. Like, get him off the AR. Put him on a submachine gun. Somebody's just got to tell Cosmic, be like, hey, this is not working. You need to be an AR. It doesn't matter if you're uncomfortable. He kind of filled in as the 4th. And remember, Morph ended up leaving this team 2 days before the LAN. And so them having to pick up Cosmic, he's new to the roster. I think you have to have him mold to your standards and allow the 3 players that have already played together get their position that they need. And right now, they need Allu on the sub.
Yeah, I think it's just more of the passive player style that those champs have. You know, they're all very laid back and chill, and they're like, hey, you want to do that? You know, I'll go ahead and change up for you. But, you know, sometimes you got to put the foot down and be like, hey, no, all right, we're good at what we're doing. You know, you got to get better at what you're supposed to be doing. But I do have a red alert update. Pulsive Gaming beats out Cerberus BeavR. Moving on to the winners semis. That knocks Cerberus BeavR down there to the losers round 1 bye into the losers round 2, who will be playing against the winner of this match, the loser of this match, and Grimace Goblins. So again, that's Pulsive Gaming moving on in the winners.
Yeah, so I believe actually Grimace will immediately go on to play Cerberus, and already starting it off, it might be 3 players down. Koi does get 1, and this is not the start that you needed. Everybody's spawning out. Aggroh, he's on the flank, but will it be a tad bit too late? There's 1 tick of progression. They're starting to get more. Cosmic's trying to fly forward, but look at everybody stacking. Oh, this is actually a good pinch. They complete it. Cosmic gets 2. Allu comes out, and along with the help of Koi, guess what? You give up 2 ticks. Still, Aggroh is in a good position to at least stop some of these players and allow his teammates to come through. But look at number 1. Derek on the other side. He might sneak through, and he takes down Koi. And there's nobody drained that tick, so he might get this B site for free.
Yeah, it was a great start from BeavR's. You know, a full team wipe, get that great positioning. But now B getting captured. A is already on its way. I love the split here. 3-1. Derek just absolutely destroying out there. 4 streaking right now. Allu not even on the board. What is going on through this team? BeavR's all over the place, and Newlook is still chilling over here at A. You know, he's on to he finished his appetizer, he's on to his entree, and he's about to get dessert.
It's just too easy. I mean, he's about to get a second breakfast if anybody's a Lord of the Rings fan out there, because right now I think the clock just struck noon. So he may be looking for, you know, maybe a little brunch as well in there. But still, it is solar. Everybody is just on the same page right now for Newlook. Everybody just not able to get something going when they try to get a break as a team. Again, it just feels like there's something not working, and you need somebody to tear it up.
Yeah, BeavR's all over the place. I don't even know if they had a strat in that one. It looked like Newlook, Onyx, they were just picking them apart. Just slaying out with the guns, the positioning. Here we go with the push, though. Newlook on the defense. You know, they've been very aggressive. Can they slow it down? Can they hold them off? We see a really good start on B for BeavR. B for BeavR's it is. 3 players over there. Only Allu out in the open trying to get that rotation. And he does spawn up in kitchen, but he's going to push down. But look at Derek running the route, trying to get up top on the stairs behind some players. Taking 1 out. There's still 2 more. He's turning them around. Nobody's on this site. Nobody's on A. Nobody's anywhere. And now the BeavR's are caught all over the place.
BeavR's, they are getting skinned alive. Their hides are being sold for $15 a pop. That's what the fur traders were doing all the way back in the day. But Allu, the rest of the players starting to come in through top bedroom. But guess who you have to deal with? The flank master himself. It's Derek. It's the GOAT. Everybody is going down from the side of BeavR's and Onyx. They are putting them in an early blender. This could be a quick 3-0 that I don't think that we were expecting to happen. As Solar, he finds another one. A few kills going either way. Derek, one more away from getting that glide here. But you just need something. You need somebody to have a pop-off. Allu, 1 and 7. He will find his second kill of this map, but it just feels like it's a little bit too late for BeavR's to start turning it up. But if they do, you need all the momentum here in the map 3.
Yeah, even with this really slow A capture, you know, they're not looking at doorways. They're just letting them walk in and just challenge them and get traded off. Like, Koi looks like he's turning it up a bit. See that sensitivity going off, and that's what I like to see. All of Newlook, Onyx, you know, you got Derek and Morph are just flowing like water from one target into the next, and BeavR's like, they kill one and then they're done for 2 or 3 deaths, and then they get back in there. You know, they obviously all have it in them. They got the A captured. They're trying to get over towards this B site, clean up Killrook up top. It looks like Allu's trying to do. That's just slowing them down as they try to get through here. Solar and Morph holding off the spawns. Newlook Onyx's defense is looking pretty strong. The lives in their favor. It's still not looking good for BeavR's.
They still have a chance here. You have a minute left. You have some lives, but now you need to slow everything down. You need Koi to stay alive up top bedroom. You cannot give up this position. Gets a read, but Derek disrespects him. He took the Koi right out of the pond. He said, nah, not these fishes. I don't want them. I want a goldfish in there. As it is a red kill feed, and when you thought there was a chance, it is stripped away bare. The BeavR's are getting absolutely smoked.
Wow. Out of respawns, out of time, out of strats. I think they're out of energy. I've seen a couple bits of some action happening, but oh man, just not enough. They just got to come out the gate with it and stick with the plan. And when it's not working, then they got to be able to switch it up and try a different plan. It seems like they're trying one, and when it fails, like they just give up on it and they don't try another one. They're like, all right, let's just all just do what we can to try and look good. But no one's looking good right now. 6 and 12, 5 and 11, 6 and 13. Not many objective kills. They lost 2 rounds in a row, 2 games in a row. Ay.
And it's just tough to see. 16 and 3 for Allu gets a double, but immediately it's Derek with a response. Wow. Aggroh tries to get through the middle of the map. He gets shut down, but I would just be scared. Where is Derek? And I think he actually does fall. And now they're trying to hold on. Koi tries to get aggressive, but the trades are coming through. Allu's starting to get his footing, but Cosmic and Aggroh, the submachine guns, having a rough go of this map 3, but look at the snake pit that the GOAT is putting on. The quads, they gotta be Bernie. He's been hitting the gym extra hard as of late, but Allu, he says it doesn't matter when I'm taking your scalp off. He's 4 in a row, so maybe he's the player to turn it around, but it just feels like it's too late. Allu getting another one, and you could tell he is cracked out of his mind at the moment. You could tell he is upset with how his team is performing. He says, you know what, I'm going to try to go God mode, and it will be Morph to shut him down with this A-tick. It is so close to getting done. Everybody from Newlook's like, you know what, we can get that, no problem. Let's start focusing our attention towards B. Unfortunately, 3 of the players will fall. Good, clean look for the side of the BeavR's right there.
Yeah, BeavR's coming out strong on this B defense. You know, most teams usually give up that A site for some good positioning on B. I like this setup. They finally got some good strat improvements. They're up on kills. They're up on positioning. But here comes Newlook Onyx. We already know Derek's looking for a double. Allu's stat line completely flipped on its head now. He's almost positive from a 0.5. Killrook taking the corner. Aggroh not letting it happen. Derek only getting 1 kill instead of a double, so that's an improvement already. Koi, there we go, answering him out. No one really down there at B. They're going to have to fight their way back to some good positioning. And Morph, Solar still carving their way through this team.
And this is a good look right now for the BeavR's. Something changed where they're starting to hold each other's angles. They're not getting aggressive and they're making sure they're not throwing away their life. That's the biggest thing. They're taking what the side of Newlook is giving them. Granted, will it be kind of just delaying the inevitable? We'll have to wait and see, because they'll have to take an offense with how good everybody has been from the side of Newlook. You have to shut them down here. This is it. This is your chance to go big, but you will go down to the losers in this first winners match, and you just can't have that happen. 7-9. Koi's coming on in for the reinforcements. It's 1.5 ticks, but the BeavRs, they are showing a little bit of life here. They're starting to use that tail to swim through what looks like Newlook's dead bodies right now, starting to stack up, but it's 7-9, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, it's coming down to time, and Respawn's B is half taken. Derek 24-8. What an amazing read of numbers that is. But B, no one's over there. No respawns. 10 seconds left. They're going to have to collapse in. I think it might be Eric that'll have to push on and touch it. Maybe Morph. But, oh, he does make it through. He's going to be able to touch this. He's on the site. Here's Koi now has to make the move. 3v5. 1 second left. It is getting captured. It's going to be over here no matter what happens. Derek's still down. He's just grenading his teammate. Oh my gosh. Newlook Onyx takes it over. The only bit of hope BeavRs had just got damned.
Oh, that is tough. They took every stick and said, hey, this one looks like it's gonna dismantle that dam, and guess what? It absolutely did. Derek goes big, 27-8.
Wow.
The rest of his teammates, they still put up respectable numbers. Cosmic 9-20. Again, we've talked about how he is the question mark on this roster, and it clearly showed in that moment. It's just a difficult sight to see. The BeavRs, they go down for the first time into the losers bracket in 3 lands, and they are on the verge of getting eliminated relatively quick and not placing even in a top 8 or top 6 like that. That would be absolutely insane to see. But kind of just looking at what's going on, it's going to be Newlook going up against Pulsive in the next one. But Jeff, kind of give a recap of what we just saw in this series.
Yeah, so, it started out pretty rough. 250, 126 at Hotel. Onyx takes it. That first hard point, I mean, there was definitely some times where BeavR was showing out, but they just weren't able to sling a bunch of strats together. The energy was just kind of pocketed. It wasn't very coherent throughout the entire match. And then we went off to S&D, and that one was just quite ugly. Morph, insane. Derek, I think Derek's a little more insane than Morph today. He's definitely taken the spotlight on that team. And then Derek, 3-0, 27-8 on Control Hotel. They're looking hot. I was told at the end of the night last night, they ended with fire. They started today with fire. If they keep it going, they're against the undefeated Pulsive Gaming. That's going to be a rough one. It's interesting.
It's going to be interesting for sure. I'm not sure if anybody in the venue, but let's get a Derek interview. Let's get a few interviews in today. I would love to see it because I know that's what everybody wants. But while we are doing that, I'm not sure what is going on with the other winners. So like we said, Pulsive beat Cerberus already in a 3-0. And we have Acrylic going up against Vintage, and then ATK going up against Infinite. I think if that ATK and Infinite is still going on, we might try to catch the last few maps of that one depending on where it stands. But let's get Derek on in for an interview, Chef. Still, for the side of the BeavRs, it's clear that it's just not the same team that we've seen, and clearly they were kind of just missing one piece. Cosmic is not a bad player by any means. He's just not fitting the position that they needed, and it kind of felt like they put Allu on an island with that AR, and that's just, you can't have that happen, especially in a tournament like this with the caliber of players they're going up against.
Yeah, you got to play to your strengths. If you want to try out in scrims, you want to try out in GBs, try and get something to work, by all means. But this is when you show your very best. There is no trying anymore. There is no see if it works. You came here with the tools works. And you come with a little extra that's just deep inside that pocket waiting to pull out for that grand final. But here we go. We got the interview, baby. Let's get it. Derek. welcome in, my friend.
Yo.
Derek, how are you doing, my man? What a great way to start this one up. And I know everybody's been giving you a lot of hype. How are you feeling coming into Championship Sunday?
You know, my team's feeling great. I'm feeling great. We should hopefully hope to win this for grand finals.
Hopefully win it all.
Yeah.
And I know you guys had a little bit of a rough end to yesterday. What did you guys go over after that last series where you just need to say, hey, we need to hit that regame button? Did you guys go over any VODs and kind of bring us through what happened?
Yeah, team went over VOD. I went over the VOD last night. Like, there were everything, the comment stream, like that, what we did wrong and shit, and yeah, we did good.
Hey, I love to hear it. Chef, do you have any questions for Derek here?
Yeah, I mean, you guys were popping off, especially you, man. 27-8 on a 3-0 hotel control. Congratulations on that with you and Morph just slaying it out. Honestly, the rest of the players doing great as well. But now, how do you keep that energy going in against the undefeated Pulsive Gaming? They have yet to lose. How are you going to take them down and keep this winner's bracket?
It's gonna be a tough one, but when our team's able to have their comms up and thing, yeah, we're able to win
Comms, okay,
Yeah.
comms, very important. You think that's the main strength of your team right now,
Yeah.
keeping that communication?
Yeah, communication well. Yep.
All right, and then looking at you and Morph to keep those slaying going and help your teammates out getting those points, the score, the hard points, just everything. You're just dominating out there. Very, very excited to see what else you could get done in this tournament, and great luck to you and your team.
Thank you.
Derek, yeah, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. I hopefully we'll might see you again later today. But do you want to give any big shout outs to anybody watching out there?
Yeah, I see Antho, Bad Derek, L2, all the fans out there that supports me, all of them.
Hey, showing some love to Derek. Hey, appreciate the interview, man, and good luck on the rest of the tournament.
You too.
All right, there we go. Derek, an interview. I love the interviews, man. It's just something else when you're at LAN. You're like, hey, you want an interview? Hop in the Discord. Oh, hold on, you're muted. Oh, let me text him on Twitter. It's like, no, I'm going to just go grab this guy, and we're going to interview him right now. You're going to see his face, see the expressions he got going on, get it right there in person. Because, you know, when you're playing online, you don't get this face-to-face interaction. You don't get to actually hear him. And, I mean, yesterday, apparently, someone was smelling good, too. I mean, LAN is just different, bro. LAN is just different. And I love it.
It absolutely is, everybody. I can hear something chirping on. It has to be ATK going up against Infinite. While we come back, or when we come back, we will probably have maybe one of those series going on to kind of round out this winners round one. But before we do that, let's hear a little quick word from Gaming Chef and our sponsors, Dark Fusion.
Yeah, so we can talk about prizes as well. Ooh, as I go into the sponsors. So $2,500 is our prize pool. 2,000 of it going to first place, 500 to second, and the winners also receive each a $100 build coupon on Dark Fusion Systems website for the PC of their dreams, the Dark Phoenix or the Dark Phoenix Pro. I'm going to throw the website in the chat real soon. And also, they will get a Dark Fusion desk mat. Got one right here, full length of the desk. I love this thing, had it a year. It's seriously great. I've had Razer, I've had all these RGB ones. They suck. I got them out of here. I gave them right to the litter box, man. The cats got them. This thing, beautiful, okay? And the winners each get one, okay? And along with that, they get a one-on-one build consultation with Dark Fusion Systems. Literally, whatever they want in that PC, they're going to source it. They're going to get it done. And it's all USA, handmade in the USA. In the USA. You get these Chinese builders. Yeah, they're great, but American jobs, that's what it's about, okay? Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with a 1-year warranty. Seriously, Dark Fusion Systems, thank you for sponsoring this event.
Absolutely, and I don't know who's hosting any of the Super Bowl commercials, but you need to get the Gaming Chef on in there, absolutely. But everybody, when we come back, we'll probably have one of these series between ATK and Infinite, or Acrylic and Vintage, so don't go anywhere. We still have winners round one coming up right after this.